Hey, how's you going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's workshop. Boys, another nice day. We're snow's starting to go. It's getting to be, nice weather. Almost time that we can get out working in the yard. I know there's lots of people around that have been out working in the yards already, and I'm kind of jealous of them, if we're allowed to be jealous. But anyways, we'll get out in the yard soon enough. But in the meantime, talking to Nannie last night, she told me that her pitchfork was broke and she's getting ready to start work in the garden. So just going to show you the garden a bit here. So this is Nannie's garden. We have some raised beds in there, so we have to do a little bit of après winter work to it to get those beds settled down a little bit again. But then she wants to start working up the soil in them with her pitchfork, and then she tells me that her pitchfork is broken. So, me being the good guy that I am, I just figured I better get to work and fix her pitchfork. So that's what we're up to today in Grampie's workshop. Pitchfork Repairs 101. So here's her pitchfork, or what's left of it. And once again, we could go to town, I suppose, and replace this, but why do that when I might be able to fix it? I have here a shovel, a snow shovel that's kind of wore out, as you can see here. But that scoop is still good, so I'm not going to throw that out. But the handle is about the right size, diameter-wise and length-wise, to maybe make a replacement handle for the pitchfork. I also have another little shovel here. I used to use this one in the car because it was so short, and because Nannie is a little bit on the short side. She doesn't like a long-handled pitchfork, so I might even use this fella. But I had to cut this one down a lot to suit this shovel head, so I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but anyway, we'll try them both. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but I consume horizontal surfaces. Like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 work surfaces here in the shop, and this is about the biggest clear spot I have left. So I'm not sure if everybody shops like that, but mine sure is. Anyway, I'm going to try and take this off. Okay, that won't come out very easy, so we'll try and take this piece off. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to do a little tugging and grunting, and I don't want you to hear that to get these out, so I'll be back. So here's my shovel, and I got a little old rubber mallet here. Turns out I didn't have too much grunting after all. Watch. One handle. See how this guy works out. Voila, another handle. Now the problem comes, how do we get the old wooden handle out of this shank? I'm not sure yet, but we'll work on it. Alright, so the problem now is to try to get what's left of that wood out of this shank here. I don't know the best way to do that, but I'm going to try something here. Just set this in the vise. And then I've got a couple of wood screws here. I'm going to try to put them in here. This will seat them in good, eh? I don't know if I'd be lucky enough just that this would pull out. Oh, look at that. I don't know whether you saw that, but it did move. Change my angle of attack here. So I'm going to hook that and just kind of pull. Well, I got that screw out. You know what? I got half of it. If you can see in there, there's still another piece. Now that's going to be tricky. The good news is it feels like it's rotten. I'm going to get a big drill, see if I can drill down into that. Alright, so we got a drill bit on here. This is the bit that I used to use to tap maple trees. It feels pretty rotten in there. Look what's coming out of it. Compost. Try this angle. Alright, so I got the handle guts pretty well cleaned out of this shank. So now, just to see how deep that is, it measures about 5.5 inches, so we'll say 5 inches. You can get a good 5 inches in there. So I'm going to take these two handles and put some marks on them at 5 inches, just to give me an idea how far in to the shank I'm able to get them. 5 inches is there, and there. Alright, now we'll try this one. This is the hand we're going to use, even though it's kind of, you know, an oddball shape on the end of it there. I can get that jammed in there pretty good, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some PL Premium, smear around here and in the hole. I'm going to jam this in, line her up straight, and then drill a hole in it just to make sure, put a nut and bolt through it. So I should be able to force that in there so I can get my 5 inches of penetration. And that'll be good because this was the shorter of the two handles. So let me see if I can manage to get some PL Premium out of my tube, because I think it's just about empty. See how we make out with this. Oh, there's a little bit there. And what I'm going to do before I go any further, I'm going to put on some rubber gloves. Just so I don't get PL all over my hands. Right. Pretty gooey. Then that PL Premium greased it up nicely. Oh, I just remembered something. I have a pretty little collar here. This little collar goes on the shank here of the fork. with that collar on there, this handle's not going in as good. So I'm going to tap it on the floor. Just one sec. I think that got it. Now the important thing is that the handle and the fork be at the same angle. And of course it's not. I have to go to the vise to turn that. So I did some fine tuning. I don't want to bang too hard on it because I don't want to break this handle. Clean up some of that PL that squeezed out. Okay, now I know that the way this wooden handle went in, it was kind of tapered down quickly, so I want to drill a hole, put a nut and bolt right through here, and I want to be careful because oftentimes you put your hand right there, right? You don't want to get that jabbed in your hand, so I'm going to put it as close as I can to this little collar. So I've got my handle kind of squared up with the tines, and then I drilled a through hole here. So I have a 1/4 inch shank screw I'm going to put in there, and I'm putting a nylock nut on the back of it, just, I don't know, because I had one. Alright, I think that's going to hold it. I'm just going to grind the end of this off with the angle grinder just to tidy it up a little. Alright, there we have it. Yeah, my only concern is that's kind of right where you'd want to grab it. Alright, got Nanny's pitchfork all geared up. She's ready to go in the garden now whenever the weather cooperates. She's cracking at the bit to get out there and work in it. And good for her. I'll watch. Anyways folks, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little video. It's amazing the support I'm getting from the YouTube community, all you subscribers and all you viewers. I appreciate it that you take the time to watch my crazy little videos. I enjoy doing them though, so keep watching. Click like, click subscribe, don't forget. It's free. And in the meantime, stay safe. Wash your hands so we can get through this COVID-19. Keep your distance from your loved ones and everybody else for that matter.